Good morning, 4:37 in Farm News. Fast Track is not dead, but the future of the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement is uncertain following Friday's rejection of trade adjustment assistance in the House of Representatives. That vote against TAA prevents Trade Promotion Authority from advancing. It is anticipated Republicans will call for another vote on TAA as early as today. House Ways and Means Chairman Paul Ryan says he's confident the trade package can be salvaged, but President Obama and GOP leaders will have to switch about 90 votes to approve trade adjustment assistance. This week's USDA crop report shows corn and soybean conditions starting to go down slightly in the past week. Corn 97% emerged compared to 91% last week and a 95% average, but corn condition ratings 73% good to excellent compared to 74 last week. Soybeans 87% planted, 75% emerged compared to 79% and 64 last week, 90 and 77 on average. Soybean condition ratings fell to 67% good to excellent compared to 69 the week before. Winter wheat was 96% headed and 11% harvested compared to 91 and 4 last week, 89 and 20 is average. Winter wheat condition steady at 43% good to excellent. In the spring wheat category, conditions went up to 70% good to excellent from 69% last week. How does this affect the markets? Well, we'll check on those in about 12 minutes. Texas saw 35 trillion gallons of rain last month, and that much or more is on the way. Again, that's enough to cover the entire state in water 8 inches deep. That's a Texas-sized rain. Reporter Tiffany Pelt shows us how all that rain has local farmers scrambling to get the harvest going.
It went from drought to record rainfall.
In the month of May, we just hardly didn't do anything at all except watch it rain. Our wheat harvest is good 30 days later than normal,
which has everyone at Fleming Grain and Cattle
bring the grain car down here, I'm full.
In full gear.
Oh, it's fast and furious.
Robert has been nonstop, like most area farmers, harvesting his wheat or baling his hay. But the rain is still proving to be a challenge for many.
This year is very different from other harvest years. We'll run into a lot of wet and soggy fields.
In the meantime, he's trying to be patient with his corn crop.
Severely stressed by all the water. It needed about half of what we actually got.
But it's actually needing more water now, is that right?
Yes. We're never happy.
He is, however, very happy about his full tanks and green pastures for his cattle, a step toward helping the cattle industry rebound. Not to mention a good hay season. But the ups and the downs, the droughts and the floods, well, that's just how it goes when you're a farmer.
Oh, it's farming, yeah.
Now, while that much rain did cause a few challenges, many of the farmers like Robert say they can't complain. It's nice to be out of the drought. It is time now for Technology Tuesday. It was the gathering of the greatest on Friday afternoon. Valley farmers got together at the Jay and Kara Myers farm just southwest of Colfax to pick the brains of the pros and try to figure out the technology required to grow 160 bushel to the acre soybeans and 350 bushel corn. It was the latest in a series of pro grower field days.
We had about 110 here today. We had 172 yesterday in Milton, Pennsylvania. It's great to be traveling with Kip Colors and Jerry Cox. We're just having a great time.
Well, farmers are hungry for knowledge, aren't they?
They are. They're absolutely always looking for something that they can do that'll give them that little bit of edge, particularly now with commodity prices a little bit low. They're even looking a little stronger. What can I do to bring some profit to the bottom line?
Because no matter who you are or where you farm, weather challenges.
It is, you know, we live with it seems like every year, one challenge or another.
And one of the ways this 24-time National Corn Grower Association National Yield Contest winner uses to overcome Mother Nature is foliar feeding.
Yeah, I've actually been doing foliar feeding now since 2003. And that was sort of a breakout year in my corn yield contest experience. I had won a few times before that, but it seems like when I started foliar feeding, we just went to a whole new level. It seems like we really really kicked it in another gear when we did that. But you know, there's a lot more to foliar feeding than just going out here and spraying some products on you. You really need to study it and have someone tell you how to do it, because timing is everything. Not only the timing of the stage of the crop, but even the timing of the day. We don't want to do foliar feeding right now, which is like 3:30 in the afternoon and the sun's out bright and shining. We actually want to do it late in the evening when it starts to cool off, so that plant opens up and takes in whatever you're spraying out there on the plant. So there's a lot more to it than just taking a sprayer and going out there and spraying something on your crop.
And over the next few days, we'll hear from Jerry Cox and Kip Cullers about some of the ideas they've had and some of the experiments they've tried and failed, and how they're doing some of the top yields in the country. All right, it's 4:43. After the break, we're going to come back and check the farming forecast. There is rain coming across southern North Dakota.